Okay, this is LAPD that's engaged in an obsessive group stalking and monitoring. This is called maintenance in the path via amplified audible activity while the entity maintains the impossible presence of what is not the sun. It's not a natural environment. They're stalking in the path in the specific environment. It's audible activity that's crossing path, and they're doing so while I remain surrounded by in all of the environment, including the venue is surrounded by directed light, which I again captured all over the parking lot. This same police department is the same police department which is engaging in criminal conduct of an unprecedented and felonious nature. And this entity engaged in what is harassment and terrorism as an entity. And this is what I want to speak to. Criminal summoning is a separate grounds of federal prison. And the people of the state acting through a third-party group stalker within the presence of a child with whom they are engaging in this criminal conduct with this corrupt law enforcement agency. Engaging in what is the audible activity, the substance of which was serving to threaten and pursue me as I documented. I want to be clear. The people of the state are acting present, and any and everything that they're doing is on behalf of the state. The state is a group stalker. The state is monitoring you. Everything that they say is nothing but audible activity. The substance of that audible activity is likely to threaten your life, especially when it is literally a threat, while their criminal conduct is an ongoing threat. The entity engaged in what is threatening my life right now through a third party who I will publish their license plate. They had a child with them engaging in the system's pattern of conduct while with a child. They're going to lose custody of that child and they're going to federal prison. And I want to be clear, criminal summoning is where the entity itself summons this criminal while, by the way, you are not violating the law. You are documenting, enforcing your rights. The entity is delusional, engaging in the criminal system, and then the malicious pattern of conduct is such that they call the police on you when you are enforcing your rights, and the police are stalking and monitoring you. It's criminal summoning, and they're going to federal prison. That's exactly what the people of the state just committed right now. And by the way, that third party who you'll see standing in the sun, the light source is directly over his head. The light source is directly over his head. I am on Alvarado Street having documented his license plate, and the Los Angeles PD was flying directly over my head while I went to Alvarado Street. The Los Angeles Police Department flew directly over my head while I was right here documenting, walking out of the hallway. And the Los Angeles Police Department is group stalking and threatening in concert. This is why the people of the state engaging and being documented as group stalking and monitoring with this entity in the specific environment, the unmistakable pattern of conduct being underway, they will be subject to federal prison. That's going to be by default grounds of after federal prosecution, especially when acting with a corrupt and demon-possessed law enforcement agency that's group monitoring and stalking. They are subject to what is being published after federal prosecution, being published on a database which will be maintained by the federal government, something analogous to Megan's Law, where the American people can look up the names of those in order to make any sort of rebuttals to their local government with regard to the ability of a group stalker and a criminal monitor who was acting with a corrupt public entity, threatening your life and then harassing you as an entity. You're not speaking as an individual. This is the state. This is the specific environment. The state surrounds. The state is present vicariously. The state is monitoring American citizens and acting with them. And then these psychopaths that are hostile to being documented will threaten to call that corrupt law enforcement agency on you. It's all manner of a psychopath. Okay? They're going to federal prison. They will be published as a matter of federal prosecution. How can I help you? Yeah, I'll be right with you. They're monitoring and they want to be a distraction. They will be published on a database with regard to their engaging in a criminal system, which is going to be prosecuted as federal group stalking and monitoring. And they will also be removed from the ability to work in very specific industries and segments of society where they pose a threat to the public. Having understood the malice with which the people of the state act to monitor and group stalk with a government. Right, you're going to remove them from particular industries. You're going to remove them from posing a threat. You're going to remove them from the ability to live in any neighborhood. They're going to be published. It's a matter of public information. It is currently, by the way, 4:20 p.m. This is P.O.C. Hi, how can I help you? This is impossible light activity. They are monitoring me. P.O.C.